Hi there, welcome to this beginner Pilates class today. This is taken from the Reset and Restore section of Pilates Factory On Demand, so welcome, nice to have you with me. This is going to be a full body workout. We are going to take it fairly gentle. There is some challenges in there for you still, but without too much pressure on some of those points that causes problems, so wrists, shoulders and the like, okay? So if you're ready to get started, I am too. All you're going to need is your mat, and let's begin. We're going to stand feet hip distance apart here. If you've got a nice flat mat like mine, you're okay to stand on it. If it's a little bit spongier, you might want to just stand on the ground instead so it doesn't interfere with your balance. I want you to lengthen up through your legs, just coming up to the tummy area here and gently drawing your navel in towards your spine, so there's already some tone running through this whole core region, okay? Relax your shoulders, relax your chest, and just lengthen through your neck and out through the crown of your head, so pulling your body nice and long. Let's start with a stretch. So we're going to take the arms out in front of us, interlace your fingers together. You're going to press the hands away, and at the same time we're going to bend our knees. This bit's a bit tricky for some people, but just scooping that tailbone underneath you and dropping your chin in towards your chest. So this bit can be quite tricky here. You need to learn how to tuck that tailbone underneath so you can feel that little stretch just in the lower half of your back. Holding it here for a second. And then we're just going to take it a step further. I want you to sort of take your hips out to the side as you take your head and your arms to one side. And then we're going to switch over to the other side as well. So we're just kind of getting a little bit of a lateral stretch in here as well, which is kind of that lower half, either side of the back. Just stretching from side to side. Little bit of a bend through the knees. We're just going to do one more side here. Come to the middle, just break the hands apart, and we're going to stand ourselves up tall, okay? So we're going to do a couple of those. We'll just break each one off. So hands together again, press them away, take that small bend through your knees, and then just tucking that tailbone underneath you, dropping your chin in towards your chest. Hold it here for a few moments, so pressing the hands away, stretching from right underneath that shoulder, or right underneath the arm, I should say, and then just pressing the hips out to the side. You're kind of creating a little bit of an archway with your body from side to side, stretching that lower back, and stretching the sides as well, off from side to side. Lovely stuff. Last one here. Let's come to the middle, break the fingers away, and stand yourself up tall. Just let the arms relax for a quick second. We've got one more of those to do. So again, interlock the fingers, send the hands away, really stretch those hands away. We're going to bend the knees. Again, just scoop that tailbone under, drop your chin in towards your chest. Just hold it here for a second or two, really draw the tummy muscles in, and then just begin that little bit of a sideways movement. So you're just trying to make one side of your body nice and long as you just roll off to the side. Stretching each side of your lower back. Really good stuff. Last one to this side here. Come to the middle, let's break the fingers away and stand ourselves up nice and tall, okay? Carrying on with the stretch, but now in a different direction. I want you to again to interlace your fingers together. We're going to pull our hands down past our bottom and roll the shoulders in towards each other, so you're open through your chest and really stretching out through the front of your chest and really getting that movement in the back of your spine here. And we're going to bend the knees, and this time we're going to just lean forward. So a nice big roll down, taking those arms up, take to where they can, and you can feel that stretch through your shoulder blades. Hold it here for a few moments. Stretch through the top of your back there. And then we're just going to lift ourselves up tall. Keep pulling the hands down past your bottom and rolling them shoulders in towards each other. We're going to do that again, so bend the knees, dropping your chin in towards your chest, create that nice roundness in your spine, and taking the arms up. Holding it here. So we're just trying to get a stretch in our upper backs for this one. Holding it here, navel to spine. Keep your fingers interlocked as we just stand ourselves up tall. Give your bum a little squeeze and looking forwards. And again, just nodding the chin under, bending the knees slightly. And taking that forwards, chin in towards your chest, stretching those arms up. Breath. Exhale, lengthen the legs, standing tall, and this next one will complete these little moves here. And tummy in, bend of the knees, taking the arms up. Really reach the fingertips up, stretching the hands. And last time, Standing ourselves up nice and tall, and then we'll just have our arms down by our sides. I can really feel that that already gets into that kind of base of the neck and upper shoulders there. So just taking the feet a touch wider this time. We're going to come into some nice deep squats, sticking your bottom out and take your arms up, reaching them up either side of the ears, and we'll stand tall and then just press the hands away. Squeeze your glutes as you stand up. And again, drop it down, stretch the arms, stand tall, send the arms away, tummy pulled in. And again, squat down. And reach them out behind you, looking forwards. And again. And stretch. So as you do these, just let your eyes gaze towards the floor. So you've got that little bit of a nod of the chin and length in the back of the neck as well. So not looking forwards, you just want to slightly look down so your neck stays in line with your spine. And again, squat down, reach the fingertips up. Press the hands away, squeeze your bottom. And again, stretch. Stand tall. Let's do 3 more. 3. And lift the chest. And 2. Reach those hands. Lovely stuff. Last one. Reach. And standing up nice and tall. Excellent stuff. So from here, we're going to have our pelvis facing forwards. We're going to circle one of the arms behind us and let your let your body move with you here as long as your pelvis remains forwards. We're like going to do freestyle arms. So if you're a swimmer, you're going to know this one. Take the arm out behind you, circle the arms forward. So we're just kind of rotating through that upper body. Circle the arms forwards, one at a time. Breathing in, exhale, bringing that arm overhead. And again, pelvis forwards, just working through the waist area. Breath in, exhale, circle. Let the head turn with you. And again, circle up and over. Keep drawing that navel in towards your spine. Nice big movements for the shoulders here. Up and over. And again, reach. One more each side. And circle, and last one, up and over. Perfect. Coming straight into roll downs. Big breath in. We're going to exhale, nod our chin into our chest, draw your navel gently into your spine again, and just let your arms dangle down as if you were like a rag doll. Just let them go. You can give them a little bit of a shake through on your way down to the floor. Tucking your chin underneath you. We're going to reach down as far as we can. Don't worry if your hands don't reach the floor, okay? Hold it here for a second. Big breath in, and we're going to exhale as we start to lift up. Now, as you start to lift up, I want you to begin to squeeze your bottom, which is going to give your lower back a little bit of support, especially if you get a little bit of an ache and a pain in your lower back. It's just going to help to lift you up without too much pain. Nice big breath there at the top. Let's do the same again. Exhale, nod your chin in towards your chest. Draw your tummy towards your spine. Let the arms just dangle around. So don't hold onto your legs like this, because that's just creating a little bit of tension. Just let them hang all the way down as far as you can. Again, with the chin, just tuck it under so you've got this nice length in the back of the neck. Holding it here for a few moments. Let that lower back stretch off. Big breath. And then we're going to exhale on the way up and just start to tighten up the glutes a little bit, especially when you get to that halfway point. Just going to help your lower back. And then lifting all the way to the top. Relax the shoulders, lift the neck and the head. So next we're going to come down onto all fours, or into 4-point kneeling as we call it. And I want you to place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips, with a little bit of a gap between them to help us with our balance as we go through the exercise. Nice and long through your spine and through your neck. We're going to start by tucking our tailbone underneath us. Draw your navel up towards your spine again and curve through your back, all the way tucking your chin under. Once you're here, I want you to sit your bottom back to your heels. Stretch those arms out, but don't let your hands move anywhere. They're going to stay exactly where they are, glued to the spot. Then at the same time, we're going to slide away, opposite arm and leg. You're going to lift the arm, but you're going to keep that leg down. So your toes are going to stay on the floor. And then we're going to see if we can take this arm back. So a little bit of shoulder work in today's class. Take that arm back. Going to look over your shoulder, and we're going to bring it forwards. Drop the hand underneath, and then slide your knees back underneath you, okay? So let's do that again. Let me just move back out of the way, that plant. So tucking the tailbone under, work our way through our spine. Sit your bottom back to your heels. Keep your hands in position there. Then we're going to slide away opposite arm and leg, lifting up the arm, keeping the leg on the floor, and we're going to take the arm out behind us. So we're going to look, we've got this rotation, so draw the tummy in, bring the arm forwards, drop it back underneath, and slide your knee into place, okay? So let's keep going with these. These are good all-rounders, these ones. Bottom to heels, stretch the arm underneath the arm. Let's lift up, so keeping the toes on the floor. Stretch the arm up in front, and then make that nice rotation behind. Bring the arm forwards, drop your hand, slide your knee back underneath you. So we just do a couple more of these, navel to spine. Sit back your bottom, long on your neck there. Let's lift up, level off your spine, keeping the toes down and pointed. Arm behind you, look over your shoulder, arm in front, and slide your knee. And let's make this the last one. Tummy all the way up and in, sit back your bottom, and final time, slide away them toes, lift up your arm, level your spine off. Let's look behind and bring it forwards, dropping the hand and sliding your knee back underneath you. So from here, we're going to stay exactly as we are, and we're going to try for some little mini press-ups, okay? So if your shoulders feel a little bit weak, or they're not as strong as you'd like them, keep your knees exactly where they are. If you feel a little bit stronger in your shoulders, you can take your knees just slightly further out so there's more tension in that top line, okay? Wherever you feel most comfortable. So when you're ready, we're going to do little blocks of 6, neck nice and long. Let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Lovely. Sit your bottom back to your heels. Just stretch off your wrists and your shoulders for a second. Few breaths here, okay? Let's bring ourselves back into line for the next set. I'll bring my knees a little bit further in this time so you can see what I mean to make it a bit simpler. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, lovely, 5, nearly there, and 6. And just sit your bottom back to your heels, okay? So just keeping those knees more underneath your hips can just help with that kind of stress on the top line there. We've got one more set to go. So I'll take my knees out again on this one. When you're ready, dropping your chest to the floor. 1, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift. And 6. And that final time, sit your bottom back to your heels, let your shoulders and your wrists have a quick rest. A couple of moments there. And we're going to transfer down onto our tummies next, I believe. So just slide yourself down. Make sure you've got enough space around you to start moving your limbs. And we're just going to rest our hands by our forehead. So the fingertips are going to be directly underneath your forehead, okay? Give yourself a little bit of a wriggle from side to side. Just get comfortable on your chest, okay? So nice big breath in. We're going to exhale to roll away the nose. I want you to lift up your head first, head and shoulders. And then once we get here, we're going to see if we can lift the hands as well. So just bringing the hands towards the forehead, lower the hands, and then lower the chest. So it just gets a little bit more difficult there in the middle. So again, roll away the nose and lift up. Then lifting the fingertips towards the forehead, dropping the hands, and then roll yourself down and tuck your chin underneath you. And again, roll the nose and lift. Fingertips, drop the hands, roll the nose back underneath you. So by lifting those hands secondary, we can make sure that the spine isn't lifted too much by pressing into the hands, okay? So we're just making sure that everything is working nicely. That lower back is doing lots of hard work there to lift you up. Fingertips, rest the fingertips down and tuck your chin under. And again, nice and long through your spine, looking at the floor. Just keep these movements fairly slow, don't rush through anything. And again, roll the nose and lift. Then lift the fingertips, gently lower them, and tuck the chin. Let's do 2 more. And lift. Just a little touch of those hands on your forehead. Tuck the chin. Last one. Lift the body. Touch. Down. And roll the nose back underneath you. Wonderful stuff. Just take a little jiggle from side to side. And I'm going to get you to rest your forehead down again and just bring your arms to the side, palms facing upwards, okay? So nice big breath in. We're going to exhale, this time to roll away the nose and lift up. And we're going to see if we can lift our legs up with us and turn our arms, hands in towards our body. Looking down at the floor, big breath. Exhale, just lower all of those parts, so the chest, the hands and the feet. And again, roll the nose and lift up. Turning the hands just in towards the body. Nice big breath. And gently lower ourselves down. And again, lifting up, looking down at the floor. Don't be tempted to look forwards. Keep looking down. Big breath. Exhale to lower. Now keep going as you are, but if you're finding this one a bit of a struggle, you can try leaving your feet down on the floor as a little modification. Breath. Exhale. But these are really good exercises to really strengthen up that lower back, which many of us have a problem with. Breath in, exhale to lower, just returning the body down. And again, roll the nose and lift. Keep looking down at the floor. Breath, exhale. Let's do 3 more. Roll them shoulders in towards each other, holding it there, nice big breath. Exhale to lower. 2 to go. And squeeze up, working that lower back. Palms in, breath, exhale down. Lovely stuff, last one. And squeeze up. And breath. And exhale to lower. Just bring your hands by your forehead and let's push up into a proper rest position. So just part your knees nice and wide, get your chest down in the middle and reach your fingertips away. So they're nice and long, and just have a little bit of a rock from side to side while we breathe just for a few seconds. So just breathing deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just keep rocking side to side to get nice and deep into those hips, pressing your chest down towards the floor. Really nice. And we're going to come onto our backs next. So just carefully bring yourself out of this position here, however you find that easiest, and come onto your backs for me. So just come into the center of your mat. I want you just to have your feet and your knees hip distance apart, and just make sure that when you come onto your backs, you've got that little bit of a gap underneath your middle spine here. So just making sure that the pelvis is level either side. You've got your small gap underneath your back. Wriggle your shoulders free just a couple of times, and then I'm going to get you to interlock your fingers together and pop them in behind your head. Make sure your elbows are nice and wide, just so you can see them in the corner of your eyes there. Let's float one leg up. We're going to take a nice big breath in. We're going to exhale to nod the chin and curl up, keeping your chin away from your chest. Curl up, draw your tummy muscles down and lower yourself, keeping that leg in the air. Breath in, exhale, curl up. Breathing in at the top, exhale, let's lower ourselves down. And again, nod the chin, but keep that length through the front of your neck there. Breath, exhale. And again, lifting up, breathing in at the top, squeeze, exhale on the way down. Wonderful. And again, lift and lower. On the next one, we're going to lift up and we're going to extend that leg. And as we lower the head, we're going to bend it back in. And again, exhale, nod the chin, curl up, stretch the leg, breath to hold. Exhale, take it down. And again, squeezing up, still trying to keep that little gap underneath your middle spine. And again, lifting up, breath. You want your thighs roughly in line with each other as you curl up here. 3 more. 1. And lower. Fabulous. 2, stretch your leg, point your toes, and down. And last one, squeeze up. And lower, float that leg down to the floor, lift the other leg up into the air. Nice big breath in, keeping the knee bent to start. Squeeze up, breath, exhale down. Let's point the toes, really using the whole of that leg, and down. And again, exhale, lift up, squeeze up, nice big breath. Exhale to lower. Small little nod of the chin before we lift. Breath, exhale down. Let's do 2 more like this. And lift. Breath, exhale. Last one. And lift. Breathing in, exhale down. So let's add those leg extensions in. We're going to lift up, stretch the leg away. Breath to hold. Exhale, bring that back. And again, nod the chin and curl up. Point your toes, remember thighs roughly in line with each other. Exhale, drop it back. And again, exhale, breath to hold, exhale back. Keep going, we've just got a few more to go. And lift, tummy muscles engaged, and lower. Let's do 3 more. Nod the chin and lift. Breath, exhale down. And 2, breath, exhale. And last one, squeezing up for that final time. Let's point the toes, tummy in, breath, exhale down, and then drop your foot down by your side. Well done. So next, we're just going to rest our arms down by our side. Your feet can stay exactly as they are. Again, make sure you've got space for your limbs. We're going to take a nice big breath. Exhale, let's roll the pelvis towards us, so dropping that lower back into the mat. Then we're going to try and peel ourselves off the floor. Squeeze your glutes. We're going to bring the arms up with us. Take your arms all the way out behind you, really pressing into your glute muscles. And we're going to circle the arms down by our sides, skim them across the floor as we roll down through the spine. So you're kind of coming up with a curve and going down with a curve. Again, nice big breath in, exhale, let's lift up. Take the arms all the way overhead, breathing in, exhale, let's circle the arms, and then we're going to come down through the center of the spine. So each vertebra comes down to the floor individually, all the way through back to neutral. Then try and switch off those glute muscles for a second. Let's go again. Start to tighten up through the back of the legs, all the way up and over, lifting the hips high. Breath, exhale, circle, gently roll down through the middle of the spine with that lovely curve. And again, lifting up. Stretch your arms up and over. And a nice little circle there. Keep drawing your tummy muscles in. Let's have 2 more. Pressing into those feet to keep you nice and balanced. Stretch the arms, circle, and down. And last one. Peeling yourself off the floor like a sticker. And last, nice big circle as we roll down through our spine and bring your hands back by your sides. We're going to lift the legs up into a double knee fold, both of them. A little bit of a gap between the feet and the knees, and palms up or arms up, palms facing forwards. Let's take alternate sides, so take the toes, opposite arm out behind you. On the exhale, inhale to come back. Breath out and in. So trying to make sure that the work here comes out from the hip and that your knee stays fixed. We're going to try and keep our pelvis and our ribs grounded to the floor. Breath out and in. Reaching those fingertips away, stretching from the underarm. Pull your body long, but keep your ribs grounded just to make your tummy muscles work a touch harder. Exhale, inhale to the middle, reaching up, just touching those toes towards the floor. They don't necessarily have to reach. Breath in, exhale, inhale, keep going, and back. Nicely working the tummy muscles here. Breath out and in, keep moving. Wonderful stuff. So let's have a little countdown, don't speed up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that last one. And then just hug your knees up into your chest, roll your bottom off towards you a couple of times there. So we're going to roll onto our sides next. Let's prop ourselves straight over. I'm going to get you to prop yourself up on your hand. I want you to try and get your ribs off the floor here. So a nice lift underneath your waist and underneath your ribs if you're able to, okay? Your knees are going to come out in front of you. Your heels are going to be stacked in line with your bottom. And for the moment, let's just rest our spare hand here in front of us, okay? So we're going to open up this top knee and then we're going to send that leg away. So not too high, roughly in line with the hip. Let's bend the knee back up, toes together, and lower the knee down. So the toes are staying together for the second, and then we'll stretch that leg away. Toes together, rest it down. And open and stretch. Toes and down. So you can speed these up a little bit, just make sure you're still nice and precise with your moves. And we're looking to keep these ribs off the floor and not to roll back on the pelvis. So if you open up the knee too much, you're going to kind of lose this frame. So we're going to open just to where we can, keeping the pelvis and the hips facing forwards, okay? Open, extend, toes, and down. Now, if you feel nicely balanced, you can rest this hand on the top of your head, just to take a little bit of that stability. So you've got to make your core muscles work a little bit harder. Toes and down, and make sure your eyes are forward and your chin is nicely lifted. And down. Just feel that slight burn, maybe in your glutes about now. And again, open, stretch the leg, toes together and down. Keep moving, stretch and toes and down. Lovely. And lengthen and down. Let's do 3 more. Stretch, bend and down. And 2. Lengthen, close together. Last one. And down. Perfect. Rest your spare hand down in front of you again. We're going to stretch this top leg away, okay? Once we get to this position here, we're going to see if we can bring this top arm overhead. So once you feel balanced, take the hand away if you can. We're going to circle twice. 1 and 2, and then we're going to front crunch. So you're going to drop the waist a little bit, but really try to resist those ribs dropping all the way down onto the floor. 1 and 2, and squeeze and stretch. Again, circle, circle, squeeze and stretch. So you can make a little fist with your hand if you want to, or you can have straight fingers, your choice. 1 and 2, squeeze and stretch. Lengthen your body, try and lift the waist a little bit more on this extension. And again, 1 and 2, squeeze and stretch. Really pulling up through the waist. Lengthen the arm, lengthen that leg. And squeeze and lengthen. Again, 1 and 2, squeeze and stretch. Keep going for me. Little ball, lengthen away. Really working your whole body here. And 1 and 2, squeeze into a ball. 2 more. And stretch, last one. 1 and 2, lovely job. And stretch yourself away nice and long. Perfect. Just drop your foot, rest your hand in front of you for a second. So we're going to roll onto our backs. We're going to come into the hundreds, okay? Just copy me for this hundreds here. We're going to do 50 with one leg up, switch to 50 with the other. Head off if you're comfortable too. If you get any neck tension, rest it down on the floor, okay? So I'm going to start with my right leg. So let's nod the chin and lift off, beating the arms. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, switch legs. 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pulsing those arms. 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and strong from the shoulders. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's drop ourselves down. Just hug your knees in again for a second. Let's just have a quick roll of the head from side to side. Loosen up your neck. Really good stuff there on the tummy. And we're going to roll over onto our other sides. So let's just get ourselves up and over. So just coming into that kind of leg work, a little bit of tummy work here as well. So propping yourself up onto your hand. We're going to have a little bit of a lift underneath the ribs, starting with your heels in line with your bottom and your spare hand down in front of you. So we're going to open up this top knee. Big toes are going to stay connected for the second, and then stretching that leg away, roughly in line-ish with your hip. Big toes together and down. So open as wide as you can without rolling back on your pelvis. So open, pelvis facing forwards, stretch, toes together and down. And again, lengthen the leg, toes and down. Lovely stuff. So we're just trying to activate those glute muscles, working through your legs. Point your toes, lengthen your ankle. Think about that nice posture line through your body. Chin lifted, eyes forward. So making the most out of it. And of course, ribs off the floor. Toes together and knees. And again, stretch your leg. Want to really fire up these thighs while we're at it. Toes and down. Again, open, lengthen, toes and close. Good stuff indeed. and down. Lovely, open, stretch, toes together and down. We're going to do 2 more. Lengthen away and close. Last one. Stretch, big toes together and drop them down. Perfect stuff. Okay, we're going to stretch the top leg away and take the top arm overhead. So you're in this nice lengthened position. Little shuffle down. I can never avoid the plants. So we're going to do 2 circles. 1 and 2, and then a front squeeze and stretch yourself away. Again, 1 and 2, squeeze and stretch. Keep going with the leg. As you squeeze, don't drop the ribs all the way down. 1 and 2, squeeze and lengthen, taking the arm overhead and stretch. Working your glutes again. They're going to feel nicely fired up after today, I think. 1 and 2, squeeze, stretch. Keep drawing your tummy in, lifting those ribs and stretch. 1 and 2, little ball, lengthen away, keep going. Let's air grab and stretch. Circle and squeeze. 2 more. 1 and 2, squeeze, stretch. Last 1, 2, squeeze and stretch yourself away. Perfect. Let's rest our hand down in front of us, drop your foot, and we're going to come up to a seated position. So just swing yourself around to seated for me for a second. We're going to just do a couple of little neck rolls and some nice back stretches before we finish the class. So just soles of the feet together. Rest your hands on top of your knees here. We're just going to roll the ear or drop the ear to one side and then roll your chin in towards your chest, sitting as tall as you can, and roll it up to the other side. Now I want you to really make sure that you don't let your shoulders rise, okay? Your ear's going to go to where you can. We just want to make sure we're stretching the neck, not lifting the shoulders. So rolling from one side to the other. Might get a little bit tight, or I'm pointing to this one here because I am a little bit tight in my shoulder. So just trying to stretch off into the base of my neck and into that shoulder there, all the way around. Breathing in, exhale, chin into chest, and all the way around to the other side. Just really try and lengthen up through your spine. Nice and long there, all the way around, chin to chest, up to the other side. We'll do 2 more rolls. And up, and last one, rolling the chin around and up to seated. Come back to a nice neutral position for me. Let me come side on, you stay where you are. We're going to sit up tall, knees up in front of you, feet hip distance apart, and just hook your hands gently behind the back of your knees here. Nice big breath in. We're going to roll onto the tailbone, We're not looking to go too far. We're trying to tuck this little pelvis underneath us. Your tummy muscles want to activate just enough so you can feel them, okay? Keep this slight curve in your spine as you roll forward, shoulders over your hips, and once you get here, you're going to lengthen up your spine and just go beyond and lift your chest a little bit, sliding your shoulder blades down into your back pockets and looking forwards. So again, just rolling yourself back, tucking that tailbone underneath you. Just let the hands slide back with you. Shoulders over your hips, a little bit of a roundness in your spine. Lift the chest, drop your shoulders down, looking forwards or looking up very slightly, but keep the back of your neck long, back to neutral. And again, so working the tummy, tucking that tailbone underneath you. Let's roll forwards, lift the chest, drop the shoulders, looking up slightly, and back to seated. And again, so just trying to get those last little bits of movement into the body. So flexing the spine and then extending the spine. We want to go through all of these movements every day to keep the spine and the back healthy. And again, roll ourselves back, gently back, keeping our feet grounded to the floor and our knees hip distance apart. Let's do 2 more and roll. Shoulders over hips, lift the chest, drop those shoulders down. And last one, everybody, and roll. And forwards, final time. Lift up that chest, drop your shoulders down, lengthen the front and back of the neck, and back to your normal seated position. Well done, everybody. So that was a really quick, short class today, just to get your full body moving, a little bit of gentle core work in there. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be uploading more things soon. So please keep your eyes peeled and subscribe when you want to see them. Thanks a lot. Bye.